you
So
know.
what you think about the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett and Niecy Nash?
I just think that one thing that stood out to me that she said was that she loved, this was one beautiful soul that she's ever met. You know what I'm saying? And I think that even though if we just push past our differences and beliefs, I think we all can agree that we all have a soul inside of a body that's just a cover. You know what I'm saying? But we are the soul, not the exterior. And
Right,
people have a hard time really applying that all the way through and through.
right,
That just doesn't stop. I think people feel that has limits on because of how they feel. And your feelings are always valid. Everyone's feelings are valid, but it doesn't mean that it makes sense or it works or it's right or it's wrong. It's just that's how you see and that's how you feel. It's cool.
right.
But this is somebody's story. This is, the way it was told. I think they were detailed enough to really give you an understanding of where she was coming from. And she was so real. You know what I'm saying? She was,
Both of them.
I was looking for somebody to rescue me. The second one, I was looking for a companion. And I don't have nothing bad to say about them. Nothing. I love them both.
Right.
But it just wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? And you can rock with that.
I really can.
People feel like you have to demonize a person to leave them, and that's not true.
No.
And I don't
Because
know.
you take accountability, your own actions and where things went wrong, and you learn and you grow. So I felt that when she said she don't have anything bad to say about
Right.
this.
I mean, but it can be as simple as
Hey.
if you feel that it will be too much on you to commit to such a person for the rest of your life. I think when you really think about it on a bigger picture, the reasons why might be insignificant. And to those that it is significant to, I'm not disrespecting that in no way or belittling that. I'm just saying that there's different ways and different approaches that people have. And
Right.
doesn't necessarily have to be better than the other. I think I'm in the middle when it comes to that belief. I do think that you have to kind of have a valid reason to leave somebody because life is not going to be easy, and we're adults and we should be able to have conflict resolution. The problem is generally we have two people, usually both, sometimes maybe just one, but somebody has got to be have made the decision that they did not want to resolve this conflict. They became
Right.
interested, disengaged. They didn't, because to every problem there is a solution. Whether we know it or not is different. Yes, we might be light years behind that solution, but a solution does exist. It's got to because of the laws of balance.
Right.
I'm saying, so there is definitely a solution that we're just not privy to. But what we do in relationships, we give up because we don't want to deal with it. But and sometimes a person's willing to go the extra mile with you, but if you're not willing to do it yourself, then what can you do with that? Both people must be in agreement to walk forward. And we have this. This is America. This is some American shit. We have something, we acquire something, and we throw it away. It's very evident. People like me, I'm looked at as crazy. Everything I want to fix. You know what I'm saying? The dog gate broke. I said, let's gorilla glue the bitch back. Got somebody that will
For
throw
sure.
her. But I don't want to just throw my $70. That was a $75 gate. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I want to just throw it on the curb when I could take this hot Gorilla Glue and get this thing together. But some people are like that. Now, does that make... Now, somebody might be that you cheap and, you always want to nigga rig some shit or whatever they might think in their minds. That's cool. That's fair. And then you have some people that understand, I'm not one that just likes to throw everything away.
Oh shit. I'm gonna knock my shit over. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm not one for that's just not how I roll. But I'm I'm understanding enough to know that there are people that are different than me, and there are some people who realize just for whatever reason, we don't have to agree. They would not be their happiest self with this person.
Let's play a little bit of devil's advocate here.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I do see that we get a lot of likes and comments here. If you guys don't follow Rocky Road Productions on Facebook, go ahead over to Facebook and follow that page because we post a lot of interesting things in that group. And the other day you posted about you reposted a post that said that men will stop cheating when women leave.
Yeah.
And it seems like that makes a lot of sense. Actually, it makes a whole lot of sense. But a lot of women look at that and feel like, oh, that's some bullshit. Hey, girl or boy, I can't see right quick, but I see hey, y'all. So hey. Um,
Uh-oh. My
but
response ain't favorable. Go ahead.
we see that, and it's like you sit there and you say like, you have this respect for yourself or your relationship and blah 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 blah. But it's like when it comes to relationships, I feel like we place a value on relationships based on our own self-esteem. And I feel like a lot of people, let me bring the camera closer. And hold it just to get this point across. I feel like a lot of people in relationships, including myself, not now, but in the past, have stayed in relationships or have been in relationships, not even just with a partner, but even with friends, like any kind of ship.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of relationship, friendship, boyfriend and girlfriendship, whatever ship. We have been in these ships and stayed in these ships because of our own personal self-esteem. Maybe it's because we feel like this person can make us go further or whatever.
Mm.
But we have lowered our own self-worth because of our self-esteem, because of the self-love thing, or because of the whole self-esteem thing. But it's like even moving forward, when you learn, you really have to learn and you really have to grow, because what happens is we put ourselves in a box. Now you're in this box where you feel like this is what you're worth. Like even if you got out of domestic violence relationship where somebody was beating on you, now this person isn't necessarily beating on you, but this new person is just talking to you like you're not shit. So you still taking some bullshit that doesn't bring you value. As women in any situation, we have to really know what we're worth. We have to really take value in what we believe is true, because at the very end of the day, if you leave, men will change. When we look at that post that you posted and you see it for what it is, the response that happened, like some people was like, we shouldn't have to look at women and feel like everything is based on women and women got to be the people who change to make men change. That's not what the post was saying. If women leave, men will stop cheating. If we leave, men will stop cheating. It doesn't mean bash a woman. It means that we got to stand the fuck up for ourselves. Because when
But
you look at the narrative, Beyonce got cheated on and Beyonce stayed. Cardi B got cheated on and Cardi B stayed. Those are two different women.
but
Like
oh,
today, it's so accepted and it's just crazy.
this know your worth shit though on the same token has become to the point where a lot of these women don't want to take accountability though. They don't.
Exactly. And that's what it's about.
Because there's a thin line between knowing your worth, and being delusional and unreasonable. And a lot of these motherfuckers is unreasonable. Like, I mean, they make shit, they do it to themselves. Like real raw shit, right? If I'm some young, hot, tight ass 20 something year old, I ain't really got shit. I got a little I got a little escort or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I might even have a Malibu. That's what a lot of these motherfuckers be driving. I might be rolling in a Malibu, right? But I got a tie. I'm bad. You know what I'm saying? On my hair, on my teeth, everything, body popping, snapping. But I ain't really got shit. If I land that ball player, right? If I get this 1 in a million, because you know us motherfuckers always want to move in the realm of exception to the rule. We rather chase after the 1% than the bigger percent that's guaranteed and less headache. But we always, mind you, we always making our life more difficult, because why you can't get in the situation that realistically you be happy in. But no, let me tell you what we do. We jump in ignorant ass shit, and then we want to make it how we want it to be instead of knowing the rules and playing by the fucking rules. So my point is this: if I'm a tight ass and I get this NBA player, I expect him, yes, he probably gonna cash me out, I'm gonna live good, but he gonna cheat. And I need to know that and accept that. Or don't get with that person. It ain't about no
right. But Raquel, think about this. You're saying that as a 30-something-year-old. As a person who's already lived in your 20s, this is how you should think. Not as a person who's 20,
that's why
who's just coming into adulthood, who honestly is just thinking, I'm getting with this NBA player. He's spending his time with me. This is what he's telling me. So it's like the problem is we're living, not we've lived, because we haven't lived in that society. But the 20-year-olds now, they're living in a world, and even 30-year-olds, like people who's just living in this stupid ass bubble, they're living in a world to believe that the things that's being said to them is word, is bond, instead of getting it out the mud themselves. Like, it's good for us to say, oh, I'm good, I'm gonna stick it out with my partner, we're gonna get out the mud together. But what about you? Like, are you really willing to stick it out with a person, and we're gonna struggle and we're gonna do this together? Do you think that this person you struggling with and you're gonna do this together is really gonna be there for you when they get on their feet? Like, you have to be in a situation to do what you got to do for you before you're willing to put yourself in that situation. And it's been so fucked up because women, we've always been undervalued. Like, I don't want to speak broken English. We've always been undervalued, regardless what. We've had times where men have had laws that we hadn't had as women. We had to fight to get them. We're still fighting to get them, even in the world today. And we're allowing men to still have this hold and this power over us, even though we're fighting to get over this hump. And it's just fucked up because even though a lot of people feel this way, a lot of people who is on this live now or who will watch this in the future are in relationships with people who they know they shouldn't be in a relationship with, or dealing with relationships with friends or family or whatever that they know they should move past. And it's like, we just sit here and second guess ourselves, like, fuck that, get the fuck on. I see y'all dropping these likes, so y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all, we all, I'm not just saying y'all, we all have got to grow the fuck up. This not being shady. This not being nothing. This just being real. Like, it's fucked up and it might come out as shade, but when the fuck is we gonna do what we gotta do? Like, we can't expect people to treat us any kind of way that we don't treat ourselves. So if you want a motherfucker to value you, you gotta value yourself. You can't allow social media to build a narrative for you, or allow what happens for people on social media to change you. Like, when did a Birkin bag become so fucking popular? Did, like, do you really want a Birkin bag? Like,
women have to learn balance, because
exactly.
you're saying, even though I get what you're saying, it could be taken so far differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to make sure we not leading these young women to be alone, because the way that they moving out in the streets, they gonna die alone because they don't fucking,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
because
saying?
they
So
chasing the wrong shit.
yeah, and it's like this though. I'm woman enough to say that I can take a lick and keep on ticking. Okay? But I'm humble enough to say, and real enough to say, I need my man. You know why? Because it's a lot of
Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna do. So why
Right.
simple Simon ass females rather
No.
being alone and do all a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, if my toilet gets stopped up, yes, I could grab the plunger and plunge it, but guess who I call? Babe.
Honey,
And guess who gonna
listen.
plunge? Babe.
Honey, listen. Like I said on the first live that we did, I think it was the first live. When I saw that post earlier that said, we have turned self-love into something so righteous that we forget that companionship is important.
Yeah.
Like self-love and having a companion goes hand in hand. I'm happy to be married. Like Niecy Nash said, even in the Red Table Talk, like me meeting my husband, like me being in the relationship that I'm in now, this is the first time I've ever seen a beautiful soul. Like I honestly could understand what Niecy Nash was talking about. Yeah. That's literally what we need. We need to be able to value ourselves on a pedestal so high to even see how our partner value us and even to be able to value our partner. I don't take anything away from being in a relationship. You need to have that companionship. That companionship, if you're a Christian or whatever your faith, whatever in the Bible, from Muslim to Christianity or whatever, that companionship between Adam and Eve was the companionship in the beginning of the world. That's real. So you have to have that person, but you can't be in a relationship with anyone if you're not. But you can't be in a relationship with anybody if you aren't willing to be real and whole with yourself. And a lot of times today, people are so fucked up, they're not willing to work on themselves before they get to somebody else. So what they're doing is creating more fucked up shit for other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we married, you know what I'm saying? So we've dealt with that, you know what I'm saying? You've been married longer than I've been married, you know, but we're married women. So we know the self-worth versus the mom versus the wife and everything else. But it's people out here that's in relationships trying to get on a platform to be married. But it's some people out here that just want to be married for the name, just to say that they're married, just to say MRS. And that don't understand that marriage is not a fucking walk in the park. Like, what the fuck? But you have to be willing to compromise. You have to be willing to sacrifice. And you have to know yourself to be able to be a wife. And that's just real fucking talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't understand that.
That's the Swati and Capo thing. Is the girl named Swati?
I don't know. I ain't even see it.
I don't know what the bitch name is, but that's the whole Swati and Quavo.
Oh, Sweetie or some shit like that. Yeah.
That bitch name is not Sweetie. It's an A in that shit. It's Swati. Like she's swatting. Swati got on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, every social media platform she could have. And she said, "My Whitney B, are you saying to also keep a separate savings account?" Hell yeah, I got a separate savings account. My husband will fucking comment on here and tell you I got a separate savings. Ooh, girl, bye. So anywho, Swati and Quavo, whatever the fuck their name is. This sis got on social media a little bit ago and was like, Quavo bought her all kind of shit, all kind of bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And then when a relationship started to get sour, now he's a cheater. Then the video came out with them fighting on the elevator and boo, boo, boo. You know that motherfucker had been cheating on her from the beginning. And you know if it's any toxicity that came about that, it's been happening. From what I've been seeing, they trying to say that was Quavo back. They was fighting over it the whole video. So she showed that she hit him first. He really didn't hit her. They was tussling over what seemed to be his property. I don't know. But what I'm saying about that situation is that's a know your worth situation. Sis got on social media and tried to make all of us we weak bitches. Oh, if your man not buying you no Birkin, you can have motherfucking plays on Instagram featuring your Birkin bags. You ain't shit. If your man not buying you this, You ain't shit. You ain't getting no new Bentley. You ain't shit. But now that y'all not together, he fucking repossessed that Bentley. Bitch, you not shit. What we gotta do is start valuing ourselves. Drop some motherfucking hearts in the comments, whether male or female, if you really rather to fucking value yourself. Stop allowing what the fuck other people do for you validate who the fuck you are. Even if you in a relationship, if you are married, like I told no Lang Leak. I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. I don't got my glasses on. Y'all knew this from last week. I'm not good with motherfucking names. Yes, if you gotta have your own account, have your own account. People will realize that. Me and my husband, we still working on that togetherness thing. Yes, we do have it together, savings account. And our savings account is good. We're flourishing. But I do have my own side savings account because I have to see my own money save as well. So yes, okay, we save together. But I do save myself, and I have my own checking account. He got his own checking account. Do he know? Do I know what money he got? No. Do I know? Do he know what money I got? No. He know a roundabout. I might know a roundabout. I'm good with a roundabout figures. You think what you think. I'm going to think what I think. It's always good to have your own rainy day thing. Now, in that situation, do you hide that you got your own shit from your husband? No. It's not that he don't know. He know I got my own account. Duh, you got your own account. We got our own shit. But as we sitting here talking about how much you got in your account versus how much I got in my account, no, that's not your business. That's not my business. We know you got your money. I got my money. When it's time to eat in this bitch, we got groceries. When I got to cook, shit is getting cooked. When shit needs to get cleaned, shit gets cleaned. Shit gets done around the house. I take care of my business as a wife. He take care of his business as a husband, and shit get done. The problem is people's relationship is y'all ask too many motherfucking questions. It don't take all that. As long as this motherfucking ship is running, we not like the Titanic in this bitch. What's with all that? Mind your motherfucking business. Like, really.
You want to fight? I in there.
That's people. Well, I got my own account. You got your own. Well, how much money you got? Don't give a fuck. If you broke, that's your fault. Shit.